Joining us tonight from Boone. Vanessa, you spent a lot of time in the mountains over the past year and you've noticed plenty of reminders of the storm's remaining impacts.
Yeah, even just this week, Colin, I mentioned before that the whole family really came up with me as we were on assignment in Boone. And so we've been spending a lot of time in Boone and some of the surrounding communities here in western North Carolina. And I saw one of the signs of Helene, the reminders of just the lingering impacts that do remain, even though by and large, a lot of these communities, if you go to them, you probably might not surface level look around, know that there was a storm that hit unless you already knew. Took the dogs and the family over to Tate Evans Park, in fact, in Banner Elk a couple days ago, and actually saw what looked like a washed out footbridge that was right there in the middle of the park. The park, beautiful, by the way. We spent some time with the dogs sitting in the grass, enjoying the nearby creek, but there was that sign that you probably just saw that was right next to the washed out footbridge that said basically visitors to the park should use caution because there are still remnants of Hurricane Helene and its impacts and the fact that there could still be damage around the park. And it kind of got me thinking about some of the lingering projects that are left to be done, and the fact that you do have all these municipalities that are just trying to deal with finite resources and decide where that finite amount of money is going to go in what projects that will fund. So do you work on infrastructure that's damaged from the storm, or do you fix the footbridge at the local park? And actually doing just a little bit of research, saw that within the last couple of months, the town had reported that it had spent $2 million, a lot of it out of its own reserves to try to get back to a little bit closer to normal, and it was waiting for some reimbursements from FEMA, which is a similar, narrative that we're seeing in other communities. They do wait for public funding to come through in some of these cases. Speaking